Have you ever looked at Richard Watterson and thought, yeah, that guy's definitely got the IQ of a shoe?
Kids, where would I find the salad?
You mean salad? It's in the drawer at the bottom of the fridge.
There's a drawer in the fridge? I thought we agreed no secrets.
Well, maybe. I mean, he's lazy, he's loud, he eats like a black hole on cheat day, and if you left him alone with a toaster, he might try to marry it. But what if, just hear me out, what if all of that is a distraction? What if Richard isn't actually an idiot, but a genius in disguise? Okay, I know what you're thinking. No way! The guy once thought a paperclip was a high-tech gadget. True, but here's the thing. Genius doesn't always look like a lab coat and a clipboard. Sometimes genius is wrapped in a dad bod, armed with a donut, and hiding behind a cartoonishly loud burp. And Richard? He might just be playing dumb in the smartest way possible. Let's break this down. First off, let's talk about survival. Richard Watterson is a master of it. He lives in a world where chaos is the default setting. His kids literally fight shape-shifting monsters, reality bends every other episode, and banana people walk around like it's normal. Yet Richard, he thrives in it. He's not stressed, he's not scared, he's just chilling. That's not stupidity. That's next level adaptability. Darwin has had full-on breakdowns. Gumball constantly losing his mind. Nicole, one traffic jam away from going full anime rage mode. But Richard, that man is floating through life like a Buddhist monk on vacation. And while we're at it, how is this man unemployed for years but still manages to have a nice house, a wife who's a corporate boss, and a fridge that's never empty? Explain that. Seriously. This guy is pulling some kind of reverse hustle. He has mastered the art of doing absolutely nothing while still somehow having everything. That's not laziness. That's efficiency. That's low effort, high reward living. That's genius. Now let's look at his influence on his kids. Gumball is a chaotic mastermind. Darwin is an emotionally intelligent sweetheart. And both of them are endlessly creative. Sure, Nicole's strict parenting probably shaped a lot of that, but Richard, he gave them something else. The ability to think outside the box. Like way outside the box. Some of their most ridiculous harebrained schemes, straight from Richard's playbook. Remember the episode, The Genius? Gumball fakes being smart, and Richard gives him some of the most ridiculous answers ever. And they work.
Then I'll go with them by proving I am a genius too!
Gumball starts to believe that maybe his dad is onto something, and the truth is, he kind of is. There's a method to Richard's madness. It's just buried under layers of jelly-stained shirts and dad jokes. Let's not forget the remote, the episode where the entire family engages in a brutal, no-holds-barred war over the TV remote. Richard starts off as the underdog. Slow, clueless, outmatched. But by the end, he's the last man standing. He outwits everyone. He uses their own weaknesses against them. That's strategy. That's tactical planning. Sun Tzu would be impressed. It's like he pretended to be the idiot the whole time, just to let everyone wear themselves out. Then he swooped in and claimed victory. That's psychological warfare. That's genius. Also, let's talk about how he completely manipulates reality around him. I'm serious. Go back and watch episodes like The X or The Diet. Richard bends the universe to his will just by refusing to engage with it. He doesn't solve problems, he just waits them out or lets them collapse under their own weight. And somehow, it works. Gumball and Darwin will be panicking, running around, making everything worse. Richard? He'll be on the couch with a bucket of fried chicken and a blissful smile, and everything just works itself out. It's almost like the universe rewards his inaction. That's either divine luck, or he cracked the system and just doesn't care to explain it. But here's where it gets weird. Richard has flashes of insane intelligence, like disturbingly smart moments that come out of nowhere and vanish just as fast. In The Party, he solves a Rubik's Cube in seconds. In The Signature, he suddenly becomes an incredibly competent adult when trying to avoid responsibility, speaking perfect legalese, dressing up, and even manipulating the bank.
How could you do this to me? 33 years and you come back into my house without a carton of milk!
Good to see you too, Richard.
It's like he chooses when to be smart, like it's an on-off switch he controls. What if Richard is actually a savant? Like one of those rare people whose brain is wired so differently that he doesn't function like the rest of us, but when the situation calls for it, boom! He becomes the smartest guy in the room. He just doesn't care enough to do it 24/7. He's got the skills. He just picks his battles. That's efficiency. That's emotional intelligence. And honestly, that's kind of terrifying. Think about The Job. He gets hired by a company by doing literally nothing. He walks in, sits down, and does what he always does. Eats, sleeps, breaks a few things. And by the end of the episode, he's the most respected employee in the building. How? Because his chaos somehow inspires others.
The whole building's crumbling! The employees have all been sent home! I see you for what you are now. A gosh darn marketing genius! Think of the publicity. We'll be all over the front pages and the sidewalk. But I get it. It's like the Titanic. Crashing that boat made it an international superstar.
His refusal to conform sparks change. That's not just dumb luck, that's a power move. Even more interesting is Richard's relationship with Nicole. Nicole is high-strung, career-driven, and has zero tolerance for nonsense. So why would she stay with Richard unless deep down she knows there's more to him? She doesn't just tolerate him, she loves him. She respects him even if she pretends not to. She's a smart woman. You don't marry and stay with someone for that long unless they bring something to the table that no one else can. And maybe that something is Richard's hidden wisdom.
So, Louis, what career plans do you have?
None.
He's got no prospects!
Actually, I'm retired.
Come on, Nicole, laugh at it with me!
Look at his moral compass. For all his laziness and absurd behavior, Richard has a rock-solid sense of right and wrong. He might go about things in the weirdest, most roundabout ways possible, but when it matters, he does the right thing. In The Helmet, he sacrifices his own comfort for his family.
You're right. I'm sorry, Nicole. I don't know what came over me.
It's okay. Just, where did you hide the helmet?
It's in this bag. Oh. No, wait!
In The Authority, he stands up for Gumball and Darwin in a moment of real courage. It's like he has an unshakable internal guide. He just wraps it in slapstick comedy. You could argue that Richard is a parody of the wise fool trope, the character who seems like a buffoon but occasionally drops profound truths, the court jester who's actually the only one who sees reality clearly. In Shakespeare, the fool often has the best lines. In The Amazing World of Gumball, that's Richard. Behind the burps, there's brilliance. Behind the donuts, there's depth. Even in his worst moments, Richard is weirdly consistent. He never pretends to be something he's not. He doesn't care what people think. He's the ultimate anti-hero of adulthood. Free from shame, free from pressure, free from trying. And maybe that's his secret. He's not pretending. Everyone else is. Richard is 100% authentic all the time. And in a world as crazy as Gumball's, that's a superpower. And let's not forget how many times Richard breaks the fourth wall. He's aware that he's in a cartoon more often than most characters. That alone puts him on a different level. Characters who know they're fictional tend to be the most powerful. Think Deadpool or Pinkie Pie or Bugs Bunny. Richard might be playing dumb, but he's aware. And awareness is intelligence.
Hey!
Have you been eating this pizza?
Just a little bit from the middle!
I fire thee.
Let's be honest, Gumball doesn't survive without Richard. Not really. For all of his main character energy, Gumball thrives on chaos, and Richard is chaos incarnate. He teaches Gumball and Darwin, through his ridiculous behavior, how to navigate absurdity, how to stay lighthearted in dark moments, how to let things go. That's life wisdom wrapped in a fart joke. So maybe, just maybe, we've been wrong about Richard Watterson this whole time. Maybe he's not the bumbling idiot we all assumed. Maybe he's the Zen master of the Gumball universe, a slow-moving, food-obsessed philosopher who found enlightenment on the couch, in a bathrobe, holding a grilled cheese sandwich. And honestly, that might be the smartest way to live. So next time you watch The Amazing World of Gumball and you see Richard doing something monumentally dumb, pause. Look closer. Ask yourself, is this real stupidity? Or a higher form of intelligence that we just don't understand yet? Because in a world where banana people go to school, rainbows can sue you, and sentient toast can hold down a job, maybe the smartest thing you can do is just not take anything seriously. And Richard Watterson, he might be the only one who actually gets that.